Ancient Mayan pyramids and other stone structures show just part of the impact these ancient people had on the land. The remains of terraces, canals, and reservoirs are evidence of intensive Mayan agriculture and infrastructure. Husband and wife University of Texas geography professors Tim and Cheryl Beach say this Mayan tech literally altered their ecosystem, similar to, but on a much smaller scale than the environmental changes we see today.
We have this microcosm, this earlier time period where humans went through a similar problem and yet adapted successfully.
The Beaches have looked at core samples of Earth from across the region to learn more about changes in land use.
Some of the markers we've been looking at have been geochemical markers in sediments that relate to either croplands or to forest cover, and that helps us to mark those changeovers in major vegetation types.
Tim Beach says there's evidence the Maya took extraordinary steps to protect their environment and keep their fields productive long after their cities declined.
Their environment was actually as productive as it had ever been because of the investments they had made to make their environment more resilient.
Their work speaks against the theory that it was solely environmental catastrophe that caused the Mayans to abandon their lowland cities.
We see as many cultural, political kind of factors involved with that large transition 1,000 years ago as we do any environmental factors.
Cheryl says the Mayan people survived environmental changes despite having few scientific or technological resources.
The tools they had were certainly less sophisticated than the tools we have today to deal with the very same kinds of environmental change. So I think it gives us some hope that we can deal with a changing environment.
She says more multidisciplinary studies are needed to provide a complete picture of how ancient societies dealt with environmental challenges. Greg Flakus, VOA News, Houston.